What's up, guys? So I'm here with my good friend and fighter and student, Eric. He just mentioned something that helped him a lot. That's a very good concept rule that we'll talk about.
So one of the things that you said to me, actually, when I was fighting somebody more experienced than myself, was move when you're not ready.
Yes.
And it just clicked. I was like, if I move when I'm not ready, I'm not going to get hit as much because he's not ready either. And it just helps so much.
That's a huge one. So with beginners, especially like the less experienced, the more they hesitate. One of the biggest mistakes is hesitating, kind of like analysis paralysis, waiting for the right moment. Yeah. Time goes fast. Time goes slow in a fight, but it also ends quickly and it's done. And the thing is, you don't have that much space to think. As the less experienced you are, the less space you have in your mind to think. You're overwhelmed. There's too much going on. The more experienced, the more comfortable you are with certain variables, the more it's like the cup is less full. And then you have more space to think about the actual game. At the start, it's better to just go for it and take risks, because not going is a worse risk. So go when you're not ready. And that's actually an opportunity, because I don't know, I'm sure you've noticed it too, but like when you shape up, there's a moment where we're both shaping up and we both get ready.
Yep.
So there's like a split second, more than a split second, there's like 1 second that we're both boom, and if I just throw one, you weren't ready. I wasn't ready too, but as I threw, I can adjust my kick. So, and it bugs people, it frustrates people. But notice it. So if you're sparring, just notice like a beat, like a rhythm, like no, 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 we're getting ready and fight. No, 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 we're getting ready and fight. But just mess that rhythm up. No, 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 I hit you. And then you get better at that. Whenever you feel that moment where the tension, you're not ready, but you just go for it, and as you go, you adjust. You'll find you'll start getting more opportunities. Then you start flowing. Also, if I just hit you when you're not ready, you get frustrated.
Oh yeah.
I start getting to a flow. Like, all right, this is my rhythm, my tempo, my flow. Try it. It's good. It's like it'll take you up the next level. Another one that popped in my head was this one's huge. I don't know if it actually applies to you, because your range is probably different, but I don't know. Maybe you have something to say about it. Is be uncomfortably close. So for a lot of people, they hesitate. Mm-hmm. You see it heaps for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love it because it gives me the chance to get in there and start blasting knees.
Yes. Like, so people, and they'll throw and they just barely touch you and they miss, because there's this much. They have to be closer. Here feels comfortable, but here I'm missing the mark by half an inch. Mm-hmm. Get really uncomfortable. Now, not only can I touch him, but if I'm uncomfortable being in your face, in your personal space like this, you're going to be more uncomfortable, because you're not the one that initiated it. I'm the one that raised the stress of the situation, but I'm the one in control. Mm-hmm. So if I'm the one in control, I have this much anxiety, but you're the one not in control. You're not controlling that. You have that much anxiety. So that translates to pressure. So now I'm pressure fighting you, and I'm going to land my shots. If you find yourself missing shots, get uncomfortably close. So you'll know if it's meant to be for you. Get uncomfortably close. Remember that. So if you're comfortable close, not close enough. Uncomfortably close.
So I'd say one of the things that really was a big game changer, and I wish it happened earlier rather than like just this week, but getting the distance for my kicks was so big, because I was uncomfortably close, like we were just talking about in another
But you were too comfortable.
I was
too
close.
Yeah.
I was way too close, and my kicks were all crumpled, and even with the rotation, I had to over-rotate to try and give myself some protection, because they could punch me as I was kicking. And it didn't click until you told me, hey, scoot back, you shouldn't be able to punch them if you're going to kick. Slightly different range. And we had talked about the different ranges, but I had always thought in my own head, punch and kick range. Then clench range was the next one. So taking that extra like half step back, if I rotate, they're not hitting me with their punches. They're having a harder time countering me. So it really opened up my kick game so much, and I was holding myself back because I wasn't throwing my dominant kick as much, because I thought I had to be extra sneaky because they could see it or they just punch through it. I took that half step back, and I'm landing body shots on somebody who's like 6'4", without any issues, I'm getting head kicks on somebody who's a little bit shorter, like just blasting dominant side, cold kicks even. And they can't counter because I've got the range right now. And it made such a big difference, and the power was there. It felt great. Such a game changer.
That's the process. You have to be consistent and you have to have experience, so then you have a reference, and then you have those little breakthroughs, So you can't learn everything all at once, all in one time. You train consistently and you look for little improvements, and sometimes you'll get them, sometimes you won't. Sometimes you might plateau, sometimes you'll have a breakthrough. Something so simple like that, the stars aligned and you got a breakthrough. So that's a common process, as long as you stay consistent. That's why I say, just train every day. And I don't try to give too much too soon as a trainer, because it doesn't stick, it doesn't absorb, and everything will unfold and happen in its own time. Also be engaged. If you're just subconscious, just training and mindless, which I think is pretty common.
That actually reminds me of the other thing.
What's the other thing?
That you told me that really helped. Whenever you go into sparring especially, but every week, pick one thing. Just focus on that one thing. And that one thing might be, hey, I'm not getting my switch kick right. I'm only going to switch kick if I'm going to work on that. So even if I get blasted, with other stuff, I'm going to start firing off those switch kicks until I get the timing right. And the one that I tried it on first was that transition from the punching range to the clenching range, working that transition, so I'm attacking that entire way through. I was like, all right, this week, that's what I'm going to focus on, that's what I'm going to do. And the difference between Monday when I, day one training versus Friday was huge. Able to get in there and just by going, all right, I'm going to engage with this one thing.
Well, you have an objective.
Yeah.
And then you train deliberately, and that makes a difference. So it's not just training consistently, it's a quality of your training and being efficient. I like efficiency. I hate wasted time. Learning those things, like learning how to learn, then improves the quality. So what would take other people 5 years, probably never, could take you 6 months. Like it shouldn't take you that long. The more deliberate you are, just like anything in life, the more deliberate, the more focused, the more you specify what your goal is. It's like the better question you ask, the better answer you get. Kind of something similar. So that's a good example of training deliberately, and that's just something good that you could take away. Whoever's you guys watching. So these are the more valuable stuff than the moves. Moves, technique. Anyone can learn technique. There's a lot more involved, and that's what's fun about it, and that's why it's humbling too. Because the more you learn, it's like an inverted pyramid. Then you realize how little you know.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun. I've been in it for a long time, and I'm learning every day. Still learning. So if I wasn't learning, I'll be looking for something else to do.
Yeah.